My favorite, I've had a lot, but my favorite was in Louisville. I found myself, I had foolishly proposed a panel. I found myself at the head of a large room with my fellow panelists and two very renowned white male professors of Southern history who had written extensively and famously on the politics of Reconstruction and the institution of Jim Crow, and never mentioned a woman and never had a Black actor in any of their work. So we knew, the panel members, and I knew they would be tough nuts to crack. I was ready to give my paper entitled How Can the Negro Sing My Country 'Tis of Thee? Gender and Gender and Political Culture Among North Carolina's African Americans, 1895 to 1905. And I'd already completed the dissertation, Gender and Jim Crow. So it's sort of pulling the meaty stories and the strongest argument I could have. And basically, I realized as I sat there that my argument was that everybody else who had ever written about this was wrong. And here I was, they left out what gender meant in this whole political culture. And they had excluded Black women completely. So, long story short, their counterattacks were worse than I had ever expected. Not because they eviscerated what I was saying or pulled in other facts about what I was saying, but because they didn't even bother to rebut it. They just said, this is not important. This doesn't change anything. They didn't even engage with my argument. Their entire comments amounted to, well, so what? You could have heard a pin drop when this was over. The audience was terribly quiet. Grace Elizabeth Hale made her way to the big center aisle and put her hand on her hip and said, so is it the feminism of these papers that bothers you? And the audience went, wow, obviously that has to be my favorite moment.